Hi, Elena. Welcome to the live. I hope you can hear me. The airport vlog is coming. That's the one that's coming after the one that I posted to the vlog. I hope you can hear me. Just let me know whether you can hear me clearly and whether you can see me. Hi, Joy. How are you? Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the live. I'm so used to saying vlog, you guys. I am just finishing setting up over here, so I hope you can see me as well, Joy. Welcome, welcome. The different women, how are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. You guys already know once this book is out, you know it's serious business. So that's what we do every Tuesday over here on this live. We talk about real housewife issues, what we are going through as women, as wives. Yeah, we just talk about that stuff. So yeah, guys, let me just give you maybe a minute. Yeah, we see if anyone else joins and then we can start. But in the meantime, today is topic is about debunking. Thank you, the different women. So we want to debunk certain myths that people have about housewives. In the meantime, just write in the comment section what myths you know about housewives, and yeah, we can debunk them together. Please like this live and share it as well. Let me just do that now. Hi, Maureen. Welcome to the Hi, Joanne. How are you? How are you? Today, we are talking about myths, housewife myths that we know. So just write down some housewife myths in the comment section, and then we can discuss them. But I have 10 housewife myths that we need to discuss today because, yeah, we need to debunk these myths about housewives. Please like the live and share it as well on your community pages. Okay, guys, I was just sharing it on my community page. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, you guys. If you're new here, my name is Thuli. from Thuli, the mompreneur, and you're highly welcome over here. I do videos on housemaking, motherhood, as well as lifestyle. And I am a stay-at-home mom of two beautiful, beautiful girls. So I mainly talk about being a housewife over here. That's what I talk about. So today we're talking about myths that we are debunking, myths that you have heard people say. I know as an African woman, there are a lot of things that are said about women who stay at home, women who just, stay at home. And I like the first one that the Different Woman TV said, housewives don't do anything all day. They just sleep all day. I take so much offense to that, I take so much offense as a housewife because I'm someone who wakes up as early as 4:30, as early as 4 o'clock, as early as 3:30 sometimes, just to make sure the day goes well, and I end up going to bed at around 12. So I don't see any time where I sleep, any time where I've got time for myself. So a lot of people believe that housewives just sit and stay at home and just do absolutely nothing, spend the day sleeping. If I tell you my routine almost every day, you guys will be shocked. So let me give you a rundown of my routine as a stay-at-home mom. If some of you stay-at-home moms, let me know also what your opinion is or what your routine looks like. So a typical day for me is I wake up 3 o'clock because we've got issues like electricity issues over here. You have to wake up, put on the water, and make sure the water heats up, whether you're putting it on in those electric buckets or you're putting it on the stove. You've got to do that. That's the first thing I do. So I wake up at around 3:30, do that, come back to bed, wake up again at 4:30 because I have to get Miss Nikki ready for school. You guys know, some of you know if you've watched my channel that we come out early because of she has to catch the bus. So do that. 4:40, Miss Mickey's awake. She gets ready. 5:15, we are leaving the house. I drop her off at the bus stop. Around 5:45, I am back home. So when my husband is around, I have to make sure I make breakfast for him. I also get his stuff ready for work. So I do that, and 8 o'clock, Abby's going to work. I'm left in the house. I have to do chores. I have to sweep. I have to do all those things before Miss T wakes up. Once Miss T wakes up, if you've got toddlers, you know the drill. It's run, 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 run. You are busy. You are saying, don't touch this, don't do this, don't do this. At the end of the day, it's already 3 o'clock. I need to get supper ready. I need to cook. Besides doing all that, we all have side hustles we do. So sometimes if I've got a client that I have to do their hair, I have to go to the salon. Sometimes I need to film for YouTube. I have to film videos. That's why at the end of the day, I end up vlogging because it just blends in with my life. So I do that. 7 o'clock, supper. Miss Mickey comes from school. We do homework. Yeah. Get everything ready for tomorrow, sleep at around 10, 11, or 12 midnight. So you guys can imagine. You guys can imagine how stressful it is. What is also your routine if you are a stay-at-home? Just let us know what your routine is as well if you're a housewife. So yeah, guys, that is what goes on. So the second myth is you can get so much done while you are at home all day long. A lot of people believe you can get a lot of stuff done. The idea is totally wrong. Definitely welcome, Julie. Welcome, Joey. Definitely that idea is wrong, and I don't support it as well. So housewives are even more stressed Yes, we are. We need that break. You know, we need a breather. People don't get it. Housewives also get stressed. Housewives also get tired. Housewives go through a lot. You're definitely correct, Joanne. Housewives do go through a lot because we're on call 24/7. Unlike people who have a 9 to 5, who can, know that they go to work at 9, at 5 o'clock, they're done. We work 24/7. So, like I say, the second myth is you can get so much done while you're at home all day long. That's a total myth, you guys. If you don't have routines in place, if you don't have systems set in place, you end up seeing that you haven't done anything the whole day. So, what I would suggest is you do the basics. Do the basics, you guys. When you are a housewife, learn to do the basics. Make sure you've cleaned parts of your house that are important. Make sure you've cooked meals for your children. And yeah, make sure the basics are done. Everything else, Godspeed, you guys. Godspeed. I'm partially a housewife and I do term job, but the little time I stay at home, oh my goodness, I don't rest. Exactly. There's no time to rest when you're at home. There's no time to rest at all. If I tell you guys that, I move around my house, exactly, plus content creation, being a full-time mom, being a nurse, being a housemaid, all these, being a wife, all these fall under you. And you also want to have a side hustle, you want to work, you want to do this. So all these things are looking at you. Yeah, all these things are looking at you. So learn to do the basics. Like I was saying, I've moved around my house every day. I have windows that haven't been cleaned in like 6 months, you guys. I just don't have the time to do it. Someone may say, but you spend the whole day sitting at home. Offensive side eye. That's what I give him. So the third myth is you never miss a milestone. So a lot of people believe that when you are a housewife, when you're a stay-at-home mom, you never miss these big things, that happen in your kid's life. If you've got babies, people who go to work always think that, oh my God, I missed this milestone because I was going to work. I missed this milestone, my baby's tooth fell out because I wasn't around. My baby took their first footsteps because whilst I wasn't around. And they think when you are at home, when you are a housewife, you don't miss those milestones. Let me tell you the honest truth. You can miss these milestones. I'm not sitting looking at my child 24/7, I am not doing that because I've got other things that need my attention. So sometimes my child is going to stand up while I'm not looking at them. Let me know what milestones you have missed in your child's life. Let me know, let's talk about it. Let me know the milestones you have missed in your child's life. And yeah, there's a time, my baby's tooth fell out and I wasn't there to see it. I was busy doing something else. There are times, that I find that my baby has probably said the first word. I was at work, I was doing something at the saloon. My baby probably did this. I was in the bedroom, cleaning the bedroom. You guys, do you understand? So these things happen. The same way you might miss a milestone when you are working mom is the same way a stay-at-home mom or housewife can also miss milestones because we are also busy doing other things and being there for all these descriptions of jobs that I told you. Mom, doctor, nurse, cook, cleaner, all these descriptions are descriptions, you guys. So yeah, we do miss milestones. So let me know what milestones you have missed. in your children's lives, and probably give us a reason for why you missed that milestone. Were you at work? Were you doing something else? Were you elsewhere? Just let me know. Yes, definitely, Joanne. Carol says all in one. Yes, we are definitely all in one. The next myth is that housewives chose this lifestyle. Okay, there's two parts to the story. Let's talk about it. There's two parts to this story. There are people who choose to be housewives, and there are people who are not forced per se, but end up just going to that route. So there are those who, ended up going to that route. Yeah, it happens. You might not choose to be a housewife, but certain circumstances push you to end up being a housewife. Problems with getting a maid. I know in first world countries, maids are very expensive. Other issues like having a sickly child can force you to stop going to work and stay at home with that child and be a housewife. Other issues, other people have multiple children at one time, which forces them to stop working and, focus on raising the children. Other people also have probably 3 under 4, 4 under 4. You get what I mean? Good evening, Savik. Welcome. What we go through can't be explained. It's better experience. For those who have just joined in, we are debunking housewife myths, things that people believe that housewives are, which we are not, definitely. So I was saying, write down some housewife myths that you guys know or have heard. I know a lot of Africans, say a lot about housewives, but let me know the myths you have heard. So right now we are discussing how housewives chose this lifestyle. So not all housewives chose this lifestyle. Like I was saying, different circumstances push people to become housewives. But there are those who simply say, you know what? I'm done. I'm leaving this job. I am focusing on being a housewife. I am focusing on raising my children. I'm focusing, on being the house manager of my home and making sure my home is king and moving like a well-oiled machine. There are those people who have actually made that choice to say, you know what, this is what I am going to do. I didn't think I was going to be a housewife. This is not the future I envisioned. There are a lot of things that I thought I might be, but I have learned to embrace being a housewife. I started working. I used to work in town, and then once I started having my baby, I was like, you know what? Okay. I'll try and work from home. I'll try and do this thing from home. I'm a hairdresser, for those of you who don't know. So when we were looking for our home, our forever home, we were looking for a place that had a cottage where we can turn into a salon. And luckily for us, we got a place like that. So yeah, so now I work from home. And I never thought this would be my life, but I'm happy. I'm content with the life that I am in. If you have kids, it's more draining physically and mentally, definitely. If you have kids, there's so much that goes on, you guys. There are times that I cannot even, take a shower. Take a shower at a set time because I have so many duties to get to. If you are a housewife, let me know whether it was by choice to be a housewife or it's something that just happened along the way. And for the guys, is your wife a housewife or she goes to work? And how do you feel about, housewives? Let me know. Let us have that discussion, you guys. Okay. So the next myth is that being home all day gets boring and routine. Yeah. Being home all day gets boring and routine. You guys, okay, let's just leave the boring side apart. Being home all day is routine, just like going to work a 9 to 5 is routine for those who do go to work. So you're going to have that routine, you guys. And these days, if you don't have systems set, where you've got routines that you do, you are not going to be able to, achieve much. Let me put it that way. You're not going to be able to achieve much. So you definitely have to have routines set in place where you know what you are doing, what time you are doing it, in order to reach your goals and achieve your goals, or tick off your tasks that you need to do during the day. Everyone does that, whether you're a housewife, whether you are working a 9 to 5. You have to have those systems in place. But it's monotonous. Yeah, it's monotonous. It's going to be like that. But is it boring? You guys, it's boring. It's not boring. Boredom comes when you have nothing to do all day and you're just chilling, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got nothing to do today. That's where boredom comes in. As housewives, we do not have that option to just be chilling, Once you just blink, you're hearing a kid crying over there. Once you do this, especially if you've got toddlers, I will say this because I have a toddler and I see how much I run around. I cannot keep up, you guys. I cannot keep up with her. So mine just happened. What happened, Joanne? So you have a kid crying over there. You've got a kid who you need to do homework with. I'm talking of experience from 2 kids. You may have 4 children, Oh, you didn't plan to be a housewife. Okay. Like I said, some people didn't plan to be. So yeah, we need to embrace the positions we're in right now in our lives. And yeah, let it move, let it move and see where we are. For some, this is not a permanent condition. You're not going to be a housewife forever. Other people just take out that time, when they're raising the kids, and then afterwards they go back into a formal setting where they go to work. For others, this is like permanent. This is who they are. This is who they want to be. Speaking for myself, I don't know where I'm going to be in the next 5-10 years of my life. So right now, we are embracing being a housewife because this is the season that I am in at this particular time. Okay. So as I was saying, boredom is when you're doing nothing. I'm busy. I have to be doing homework with the kids. When Miss Mickey comes from school, we have to do homework. We have to do other things. And it's not just about being, things to do. You also need to have fun with your children. So I'm busy thinking, what can I do it cannot be business all day long. What can I do with these kids, so that we have fun, so that, I can kind of be the cool mom at that point in time. What activities can we do? I need to plan all those, so that the kids are not bored. At the same time, we get to have that bonding time, 2 kids is draining. Definitely 2 kids is draining. Most times people don't plan it. Yes, a lot of people don't plan it, especially if they're toddlers. There's this point, the terrible twos. I now understand why people call them the terrible twos, because it is just, you guys, it is just Wahala Pro Max. Honestly, it's just Wahala Pro Max if you've got toddlers in the house. So that's the that's the stage that we are at right now with my little one, and it's busy. It's busy. Sometimes I think, why did I have a baby after 30? You know, if I'm to tell someone now, I'm to say, you know what, just have your children when you're under 30. Yeah, because I can't keep up. Savik says, and Savik is the guy, he says housewives should be on a salary. I support you totally, Savik. Housewives definitely need a salary because the work we do is just, it's just something else. Thank you for supporting, Joanne. We definitely need a salary. We definitely need a salary. So let's move on to the next myth, which is that housewives are lazy. I've talked about this on one live as well. So if you haven't watched that live, go to my previous lives and check out that one where we talk about how housewives are termed lazy in quotes. I'm not going to go much into this, like, because I've talked, a whole topic has been made on this one, but housewives are definitely not lazy people. Yeah, I take offense to that. I take offense to that. Very true. 4 is like 16. I tell you, this one child can seem as if you've got 5 children in the house. You know, there are times a friend of mine was saying, can I come and leave my kids at your house, you know, just for a few hours? I need to do something. You guys, I had to respectfully decline. I can't handle my 2. How am I going to handle my 2 plus her 3, 5 kids? How am I going to handle that? I said, you know what? I love you, you're my friend, but I cannot do that. I'm failing to handle 2. I cannot look after 5. Civic, not for Nigerian men. Nigerian men like transactional marriages. I think it's an African man kind of thing. They don't believe in, you know, what can we call it? Is it called pocket money? Is it called, because it's not like you're paying for a service, but you know, this woman is not going to work. There are things that she wants to buy as well. There, you know, little things that you don't want to always be asking your partner for money for. Yeah, so I think it's an African man kind of thing. They need to start embracing this thing, you know. Why do I need to? Yeah, exactly. Transactional marriage. Why should it be a transactional marriage? You know, I'm at home taking care of the kids. This is a duty that you would have hired a maid, you would have hired a gardener, you would have hired you know, a driver to take the children to school, you would have hired you know, sometimes a nurse aide. Sometimes nurse aide to do all these. So all these jobs are being done by one person. The least you can do is at least give them money, you know. She also wants to go out for ice cream. She also wants to buy a nice pair of shoes that she sees. How is she going to do that if she doesn't have money? So yeah. The next one, and I think this applies more in first world. Carol said I should buy 400K people. Yes, buy a wig from Carol, support her business, support her hustle. So the next myth is that we live for coffee and play dates. That's what people think, you know. Housewives, you know, these housewives you see on YouTube, you see on the TV, they just, you know, taking their bags. These housewives got all they, for lack of a better word, they've got all the cards, you know, together. They've got all the ish together. they're leaving the house, they're driving this big car, they put the kids in the car seat, and, they're going for play dates, they're going for coffee, they're going to meet other moms. Reality then slaps you. That's not the reality, you guys. That is not the reality. I just don't want to meet any mom. Okay, I'm not going to hang out with someone just because they're also a housewife like me. I have to actually like you to be able to hang out with you, you guys. So the same way I think friendships happen is the same way we try to make friends as well. And it's even harder trying to make friends as an adult. So we don't have people just hanging around who we're going to say, let's go out for coffee. Let's go out with your kids. Me personally, I have a problem with meeting new people. Let me say that, I have a problem with making friends. I have a problem. And I also have an issue when it comes to, I know how my children are. I know how my children play. And I'm going to take offense once my child, gets beaten by someone else's child. I'm going to take offense. I'm not going to take that well. So you get what I mean, you guys. So I try to avoid those settings or those outings where I know will create awkward relationships, because some people just don't like certain things happening to their children, even if they are playing. Some people don't like that. So we do not leave for coffee and play dates, you guys. I need to really like you. I need to, really understand your children. We need to have had previous interactions of myself and you and my children and your children for us to be able to say, you know what, let's plan a coffee date with the kids. Let's plan a play date for the kids. So that is just where I stand. We do not live for coffee and play dates. We actually have a lot of stuff going on already. So we definitely need solid mom friends in order for us to be able to do that. Next myth is your family must eat healthy since you are home to cook. If you're still with me, you guys, put a thumbs up emoji. Put a thumbs up emoji if you're still with me and you're still following and you are enjoying this. Make sure you like this live. Make sure you like it and we can continue. Let me take a read at the comments. It says, thinking about all the laundry waiting for you while having coffee, is that chill? Definitely, your mind is not even there. Your mind is not even there. You're busy thinking the situation you left at your house, what you need to be doing when you do get there. Your mind is busy buzzing around a lot of things. You're thinking of, what's not there? What groceries do you need to pass through and buy at the shop? There's no bread at the house. So let's go on to the next myth, you guys. Thank you, Joanne, for the thumbs up. You are still here. Others, please put up emoji so that I know you are here and you are enjoying it. Savik says some women decide to be housewives because they don't want to hire a housemaid because of insecurity. The husband might go for the maid. These situations have happened, you guys. These situations have happened. So, yes, definitely. Some women are insecure when it comes to that because some people have had a housemaid take their husbands. So it is definitely a genuine concern. So someone opts to say, let me stay at home. They're showing only the glamorous side, and even the glamorous side is like a few photos. In reality, you're chasing your kid and getting coffee spilled on you. Honestly, my husband always complains that my car's dirty. What? I said to him, try carrying 2 kids in the car and see whether your car will always remain clean. I've got a child spilling juice over there. If they're eating ice cream, the car seat is all full of ice cream. I cannot clean those things every day, so sometimes we end up moving like that. Me, I can't die for work. Men shouldn't be babied. It's very true, Savik. Thank you for that, Savik. Thank you for your comment. That's why self-control is important. Definitely, I feel as if once you've chosen that you want to be with this person is your wife, you need to be content with the person she is. Or if you're not content with how she is, at least sit down, have a conversation, and talk about where you need to improve, where there are any problems, have conversations, talk about them, and stop thinking it's going to be better elsewhere, because the grass is not greener elsewhere. The grass is greener where you water it. So definitely, make a plan. But I know die follow man way no get sense. Yes, definitely no sense. Let's go on to the next one, you guys. My time is moving. I just have you guys for a short while. So the next myth is your family must eat healthy since you are home to cook. If I tell you the amount of healthy meals that have come in my mind over the years that I would love to cook for my family that have never reached my table, you guys will think I'm lying. There are so many, I've sat down. We don't have that time, to sit down, scroll on Pinterest. They are, yes, they are, yes, they are, times that I've, said, I want to make a smoothie, I want to make this healthy breakfast, fruit, pancakes. And I've actually bought the gadgets to do that. I've bought I've bought a crock pot. I've bought toasters. At least I get to use my toasters. I've bought sandwich makers. I've bought, all in the hopes of trying to make healthy meals. But yeah, we make what's easy to make, guys. If it's going to be spaghetti, if we're going to drink tea in the evening, that's what it is. Sometimes I'm just not going to be able to make a good meal, you guys. And in between homework, chores, school run, ain't nobody got time for that. Sometimes, we just got time to, pour a cup of tea, have bread, and let everybody go and sleep. Go and sleep, because that's what's there. Even as a working mom, okay, what's this? Even as a working mom, you're blamed by extended family if you're not there for your kids. I don't know what people call the definition of being there for your kids, you guys. I really don't get it. If you're going to work, you're working hard to provide for those same children so that they don't lack, so that they're able, to get the best of life. If you're staying at home with them, you're also trying to offer the best for them so that they don't lack in that time with their parents. You want to be there. You want to be there for the sports. You want to be actively involved in their life. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's a lose-lose situation, because either way you are going to be charged and you're not going to be able to please everyone, whether you're a housewife or whether you are a working mom. So you just need to do what you gotta do. Most people can tolerate what they dish out to people. I've cut down on a lot of extracurricular. Even here, you guys, the price of food has just shot up. Basic commodities have just shot up. You want to give children fruits and everything, but you cannot afford to do that every day. So sometimes also the cost of things is just making us, stick to what we know, sticking to our basics, sticking to our, our staple foods. If we're going to have, what's it called? If you're going to have sadza, which is like fufu, for those of you who are in Nigeria, which is pap for in other places, you're just going to, you know, stick to making up and your meat and your veggies, and that's it. So also price of stuff has just made us think, you know what? I cannot be doing fruits every day. I cannot be doing certain things every day. But I will try to provide for the children maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and that works. So the next myth is housewives are well rested and don't need a break. So before that, let me read this comment that was just written. Both housewives or working class is a lot, honestly. Yeah, it's just a lot. There's not enough time. Going with housewives are well rested and don't need a break. There's not enough time. 24 hours is not enough. While you're in the office running around, wives are at home making sure the home is habitable and you are more than comfortable. Thank you. Thank you. This comment has just said all when it comes to this. How would you feel? You are a man or you are a woman, because some people are stay-at-home dads. You're a man or you're a woman, wakes up every day to go to work, provide monetary terms for the family, make sure the family does not lack anything, and you are seeing dirty diapers, you are seeing panties all over the place, you go into the kitchen, the cockroaches running up and down, you get into the bedroom, it's smelling. I believe everyone is doing their duty. You guys, everyone is doing their duty. You also want to get home. Sorry, my light just turned off. You also want to get home, you know, get home in a comfortable environment and rest and reset so that you'll be able to go back and do the same thing tomorrow. So you can imagine how stressful that would be, you guys. Yes, most housewives do work from home, and we're going to reach that point very soon, Joanne. So everyone is doing their duties. You are going to work to look for money. I'm at home making sure the place is habitable for you, making sure the children are presentable, you know, so that you're not shy. Even if you come with your workmates to the house, you're not shy. You know, there are some who are even shy to take their, you know, their workmates. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying, just put a heart emoji so that I know that you're still with me and you still, you know, listening to these tips and taking them into consideration. And, you know, we debunk these myths together. So the next myth is that housewives have less mom guilt than working moms. So housewives do not have, yes, that's what is encouraged in most Western countries. Definitely. I think you can learn a thing or two from people who are in the Western countries, you guys. Because in Africa, yeah, people are just stuck on this certain mentality, this certain mindset, and we need to get out of it. Exactly. Reality versus expectation. That's so true. The reality versus the expectation are so different, you guys. So housewives do have mom guilt as well. As much as you're going to work, you feel as if you don't have time with your children, you know, you're missing their milestones, like we said before, you are, you know, you are on another level of having mom guilt. I myself, as a housewife, I also do have mom guilt, you know, because there are times that I shout. I do shout at my kids. I snap at my children, you guys. This gentle parenting, whatnot, sometimes it just doesn't work for my children. I just feel as if sometimes we just lie on camera. Hey, I'm a gentle parenter. Oh, honey, don't do that. put it back, put it back. I've tried it. I do it sometimes, but then Miss T just stands there and says, no, no. And I'm like, girl, I'm already taking off my slipper. We're getting ready. So sometimes gentle parenting and, mom guilt is there for both working moms as well as housewives. I used to have mom guilt a lot. Why did you have mom guilt, Carol? These things happen, you guys. As moms, we're not proud of everything that we do, I look at how much I shout. I look at how sometimes, I just need a few minutes to myself. I am going to put on Cocomelon so that Miss T sits there and watches Cocomelon. There are times that I'm just going to say to Miss Mickey, here's the phone. Have screen time for a while and just, leave me alone. There are times that is going to happen, and I am guilty of that, but we also need time to breathe, you guys. We also give yourself a break. We also need time to breathe. We also need, just to be in a certain state of mind. Or mental health needs to be in a certain place so that we can also function. So yeah, guys, that's what it is about screen time, about mom guilt. Sometimes you have an untidy house. You just don't have the energy. You're so drained. You just don't have the energy to get to do something. So you're just like, you know what? As long as I can get these people fed, as long as I can get stuff for school done tomorrow, as long as everyone is okay, I'm not going to worry about sweeping the house today. I'm not going to worry about, because I do not have the energy. So everyone has mom guilt, you guys. Joy says, I'm extra guilty. We are all guilty, definitely, Joanne. We are all guilty at some point or the other. Oh, Carol says, I was never there. Work and hustle wanted to finish me. That's the thing with us women. We also need to hustle at the end of the day so that we can balance all these equations. And, money makes the world go round at the end of the day. We are all looking for that paper so that we can be able to provide a good life for our children, for our families. Yeah, we have to hustle. So sometimes you never find a balance between work, home, your spouse, your kids, your family, and you have extended family. Julie says, gentle parenting doesn't work. That's why my ring light is acting up. Definitely. Some people say it works. I've tried it. Sometimes I catch myself trying to be a gentle parent. But yeah, I'm the mom who's, going to take out that slipper, going to take out that belt. You guys, we were raised that way and we didn't turn out so bad. So I feel like, yeah, we should not spare the road. Savannah says, gentle parenting raises weak kids who are ill-mannered. Definitely, I look at the kids we are raising these days, with this gentle parenting nonsense. A lot of kids end up doing drugs. A lot of kids end up going into things that they're not supposed to. A lot of kids, how when we grew up, you had to come home with results. When you go to school and your parents, when we go to school and your parent is paying money, you have to come with proper results. You don't have proper results, know that, oh my gosh, these things. Again, some kids are naturally cool-headed. Yes, some kids are, but how many of them? I feel as if you're so blessed if you've got kids who are, just cool, chill, who listen to you, who most of these children resist you. I mix up gentle plus smacking. Okay, so there's those. I don't smack per se, but I am going to threaten you with a belt, with a slipper, so that it gets to your head. The people who definitely do hit their children, sometimes I feel that there's need to do that, not to kill the child, but put the child in a straight line. Gentle, there are kids who you can talk to and they do change. My children, you cannot just talk to. You have to show action so that, they do what you need them to do. Joy, not my kids, or from 1 to 4, from hothead to monkeys. My twins are monkeys. They like to climb every climbable. I think this is the thing with these, children who are born just before COVID, 2019, 2020, 2021. Those kids, you guys, they're just another breed. Honestly, those kids are another breed. They will look at you, they will answer you back. We used to just get a side eye. I remember my mom used to give you a side eye, and that's it. You already know that when we get home or when these visitors go, you are in trouble. So, guys, let's go back. We've just got a few more minutes left, and I've got 2 points left. So, the next myth about housewives is that we are fortunate to work and stay at home with the kids. That's not true, you guys. When I actually look at it, I feel like I've got 3 full-time jobs at one point in time, because I'm a mom to the kids. I am a housekeeper, or I'm a homemaker, and I'm a full-time employed person because I do have my salon as well. So housewives, stay at home moms, it's just a lot. Those are 3 full-time jobs already, because I have to be mom. When my kids are there, I have to be mom. I have to be wife as well. I have to be, housekeeper, homemaker. I have to be. Sometimes we don't feel as fortunate to work, and sometimes we don't feel. Sometimes we're actually depressed with being stay-at-home moms. Sometimes we feel as if, why to be me? Sometimes we're actually depressed because we are housewives. These things happen, So being a housewife doesn't mean you are totally fulfilled and you are at that right place. Sometimes it's just not where you want to be. So stop saying we are fortunate to be staying at home. Please just stop that. I'm raising 3 boys. Sometimes I lose strength. Yeah, I know. 3 boys. Yes, Thuli, yes. Kids from Corona are a handful. Honestly, Joanne, those kids, I don't know what breed they made of. Joy, I can imagine my baby alone is 10 in 1. You guys see Miss T and the theatrics, and that is just the few minutes I show you on what more the rest of the day. I spend my days shouting. I think it goes with the age too. We do more than those working. I honestly feel like that. I do honestly feel like that. So the next and final one of the myths that we are debunking today is that housewives are uneducated. You guys, a lot of people believe that when you end up being a housewife, it's because you are uneducated, you do not have the full, what's it called? The full education, you know, to be able to go forward. Guys, where there are some who are, most housewives who I know are very educated and they've reached high level of education, masters, they've reached their masters, they have degrees, they've reached their O levels, they've gone to high learning institutions, they've done a lot. A lot of them, when you see them, they are at home with their children, but they have a bag that is full of certificates. Somewhere in the closet over there, they have a bag that is full of certificates. And most of them, if they show you what they have, you'll be shocked. We have engineers who are stay-at-home moms. We have doctors who are stay-at-home moms. We have lawyers who are stay-at-home moms. We have teachers who are stay-at-home moms. So we have highly educated people. We have secretaries, people who could have, you know, people who've got degrees in marketing, who have degrees in so many things, who are stay-at-home moms. So housewives are definitely not uneducated. Most of them are educated, but like we said before, sometimes you end up seeing yourself in this space where you are a housewife. Sometimes you end up seeing yourself in the space where you are a stay-at-home mom. Sometimes you see yourself in the space where you are a work from home mom. So I hope you've learned a thing or two about, you know, these myths that are being said about housewives, and you heard for yourself today. We have debunked them and realized that all these myths are not true. Sometimes, or most times, it's actually the opposite. Julie's always keeping me company. Thanks, babe. Thanks, Julie, for keeping Joanne company. Joanne jealous, but then again, I run away when people come close. I just can't help myself. I feel like if you're like that, you're better off making internet relationships, Carol, and, you know, going the one-on-one route. First, you get to know someone over the internet, and then you find whether you would want to spend more time with this person and create a friendship physically with this person. Carol, it's because you're a rich kid. I know, just like Wala. That's why. Definitely, you guys. So we have come to the end of this live. Like I said, I hope you learned a thing or two, and you know in the comment section what other myths you have heard, or what other myths you have seen other people do. And, you know, we can discuss and keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys today at 7 p.m. Bye, guys. Bye. So next live on Friday, 7 p.m. Don't miss it. And yeah, bye. Bye. Bye, Joanne. Bye, Savik. Bye, Carol. Thank you for joining. Bye, Joy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.